What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video your girl is here to bring you my latest video in my must-have must-gag series. This is my series that I created inspired by Samantha March's Will I Buy It series. I always have her series and the community playlist linked down below. I also have all of the Instagram pages that I use to supply all of my pictures, and then I also have all of the items linked down below. I'm thinking, hoping, praying that this video is going to be even shorter than last week's video. My last couple of videos have just been off the chain because I found a couple of new Instagram pages which have broadened my horizons on the different indie makeup brands. I do tend to focus in on indie makeup brands on this series, but just in general on my channel, just because those are the brands that I like to support. I like to support an actual individual person, an individual's family. If you're wondering, I did not do this makeup look. I didn't record it. I just wanted to sit down, play with some makeup. It is, you know, 1 a.m. in the morning, and I'm doing a book readathon, so I need to stay up, and I figured why not do this now, because I need to stay up. I used a combination of the ABH Norvina 3 and Subculture palette on my eyes. If you're wondering, I will have all the details down below. Okay, I think that's it. I just kind of want to go right into it. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's do it. So for the first thing I want to talk about is Ulta did a collaboration with Harry Potter, and I have a lot of thoughts, so this one's going to take a little while. First of all, for me, Harry Potter, I was never big into reading the books. I don't know what it was. I read a lot during the time period that the Harry Potter books were coming out. That was my really reading binge when I was younger, and now I'm just getting back into reading as much as I was then. But for whatever reason, the Harry Potter world didn't enthrall me as much as so many other people. That being said, I did love the movies, so I have all of the movies. I pretty much memorized the movies. Yeah. In conjunction to all of this information, now that I've gotten back into reading a lot, I've gotten more into the reading community and the book community and all that, and I know that J.K. Rowling be really cutting up, okay? She be cutting up. If you don't know, find her Twitter and you'll know. But long story short, I don't support J.K. Rowling, which is weird, and so I don't want to support this collaboration because of her. If this was not a collaboration with Harry Potter, or if J.K. Rowling wasn't somehow getting some form of money because of this collaboration, I'd probably pick up a few things, not necessarily because of the nostalgic factor, but just because of some of the actual items I think are really, really interesting. So we have 4 different palettes, one for each house: Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Slytherin, and Ravenclaw. And for me, none of the palettes really look too interesting, except for, which house is that? Slytherin, which makes sense because I self-identify with Slytherin. But yeah, that's the only house's eyeshadow palette overall that I think is interesting. The brushes don't look half bad. I've never tried Ulta brushes, I don't think. But the actual handles and the shapes don't look bad at all. But the thing that I'm really side-eyeing is the gloss stick. Is that what they call it? I think they call it a gloss stick. I don't see it here. Either way, that's the thing I'm interested in. I have been using a lot of products like that extensively and almost exclusively for the last, I don't even know how many months. Basically, that's what's always on my lips, which is this MAC Intensity. It has an amount of color, but it also has a glossy finish, and I've really just been enjoying products like this. So those were the 3 products that I would really grab from this collection if I could without giving J.K. Rowling money. But since I can't, since I am attempting to stay somewhat close to my no-buy, it's a wrap. Oh, and yeah, about my no-buy, this was a oopsie-daisy month. We're just gonna chalk it up to what it is. It was an Oops a Daisy month. It will be beneficial for you guys because I will be reviewing a good amount of things. I am excited, but once again, this was a Oops a Daisy month. Becca Cosmetics has also come out with a new collection. In this, they have duo liquid eyeshadows, and they also have lipsticks, and it looks to be like a lip gloss in a tube as well. Okay, as for the duos, I have a couple of liquid eyeshadow formulas, both matte and shimmer, and the only matte formula that I have grown to actually think is halfway decent is the Ulta one. I do use that on occasion. I actually think that's a fabulous formula, so if you're interested, I would actually recommend that formula. Although there aren't very many shades, it hasn't been really extended the last time I checked, but I really do like that formula. As for this Becca one, I don't see why it would be terrible, but the shades just don't look real intriguing. I think the only one that might be halfway intriguing are maybe like a Dusk and Refract. Those are the two colors. There's the green and the blue. But other than that, I probably wouldn't use both. I probably use one at one point, one the other, but I probably wouldn't use both as like a full eye look. I would love to try those gloss sticks. Once again, this is a formula that I have been very into lately. It seems a lot of people have been into it lately. It is what it is. But I'm probably never going to try it because it is, oh, it's at $19. That's not terrible. I probably might actually try one of these. I probably only try Breeze. That's the only color that looks halfway decent. For me, when it comes to a product like this, I either want it completely sheer or I want it to be completely opaque. I don't like that in-between wishy-washy thing, and a lot of the shades on the darker model looks wishy-washy, so we'll see. And I don't need a lip mask, so easy pass on that. Then we have Charlotte Tilbury has come out with a Pillow Talk lip and cheek glow blush lip tint thing. It looks like there's two different shades. One's in Color of Dreams and the other one is in Color of Passion. See, Charlotte Tilbury is really trying it lately. She's trying to take everything from me. I would want to try this for a cream blush. I would. I'm not even hold you up. I definitely would want to try this as a cream blush. I wouldn't use it on my lips. It would be exclusively a cream blush. I have a Sephora basket sitting and waiting. We'll see if this finds its way. If it does find its way to me, I'd probably try the lighter one just because that darker one is like a Merlot shade and I don't tend to wear blush like that, whereas the lighter one kind of looks like it's more of a nudie shade. Yeah. Then Jouer has come out with their Champagne and Macaroon collection, and this was the collection that I talked about maybe 2 weeks ago. They have eyeshadow trios, which I think a lot of other people might be interested in, but I know me, I don't use products with that small amount of eyeshadows. I feel constricted and I don't like that. The lip gloss topper situation, I'm good. I wouldn't be opposed to finding that lip gloss stick somehow in my collection. But the main kit and caboodle for me in this collection are the two face palettes. So one is Sweet Cheeks and the other is Cheeky Crush. I honestly don't know which is which is unfortunate. The darker one looks nice. My only concern is I'm not sure it's deep enough for me. But who knows? Once again, this is the month of Oops-a-Daisy, so it might find its way into my collection. And if it does, I will bring a review for you guys. The next thing I have already purchased, and I am so excited, it's already on its way. It just needs to get to me. I will test it out and there will be a review ASAP. And it is the Mented Sun-Kissed Bronzer collection. So I'm pretty sure Mented had a collaboration where they had a half bronzer, half highlighter, and I wanted it. I wanted it, but I didn't buy it because I was early on in my no buy, and I was like, you ain't getting this coin minted. No, I will buy it if it's still available when this no buy is over. It has since been discontinued, but then they came out with this, I'm assuming because they saw the demand and the urge and the lust for bronzers from their brand, and I got the 2 darkest shades. It looks like, literally, I'm gonna show the 2 models. I look like both, I could hit both complexions. So I got them both. Sue me. I'm excited. I will bring you guys a review, like I said, as soon as I get them in my collection, or get them in my paws, more like it. I will be testing them out, and I will be bringing you guys a bronzer hunt for both of them as soon as I possibly can. Rita Delphi has come out with some more highlighter shades. They've been dropping quite a bit lately, and these are more in their metamorphic highlighter limited edition collection. I, like a lot of people, am very intrigued by this brand. I still have yet to purchase anything. Each highlighter is $32. That is a lot of money. I'm not really, like, I do enjoy highlighters. I'm trying to find a decent cream highlighter, but for me right now, these powder highlighters just are not tickling my fancy. I just am not interested. So this is going to be a pass for me, but I do wish and hope that one day I will find one that is I'm interested in enough to actually purchase. Hourglass seems to have revealed a new mascara, and it is their Instant Extension Mascara, and this is in their Unlocked range. I am one of those people when it comes to mascara, I just need to be able to see my lashes after my look is done. That's pretty much the only reason I put mascara on. And the one that I'm currently using is Drugstore, and I am loving it, and it is the Maybelline Total Temptation. So for me, I'm not checking for it, and honestly, I am probably going to get this Colorful BFF mascara in the black, because my lashes are insane when I use that mascara. So yeah, for me, I just don't need to spend extra money on mascara. I spend extra money already. No need to spend it on that. Trixie Mattel's, I think it's Trixie Mattel. Trixie Cosmetics is coming out with some more items. She has 2 lipsticks coming out, lip glosses. What else? I think that's it. That's all that they show on this post. For me, it's just not my aesthetic at all. It's too much pink. I'm not a huge pink person. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And honestly, the bullets are just not my cup of tea either. They don't do it for me. But if the colors do it for you, if the bullets do it for you, I mean, why not? Just not for me. Loreal has come out with a new line, and it is their Paris Gold Mirage collection. It looks like they have single eyeshadows and maybe some lip glosses. Yeah, lip glosses. This whole collection is an easy pass for me. I find that I don't reach for single eyeshadows very often. I do sometimes, but it has to be a very special eyeshadow for me to remember to reach for it, to be quite honest. And lip glosses, for me, I would prefer to get my lip glosses in a bullet format. That's just where my heart is. Elf is releasing some new liquid glitter eyeshadows. I think it's good that Elf is releasing a range like this. I like that people, regardless of their budget, can get something this idea in case they weren't able to afford the Stila glitter and glows. I think for me, the only reason I would try the Elf ones is if they come out with a matte version. I am not interested in these glittery versions. I enjoy my Stila ones that I have. My other brands, I think I have a couple from Pixie and stuff. I enjoy those. I don't need any more glitter ones, but I wouldn't mind the cream matte ones. Like I said, I do enjoy taking that cream matte shade, throwing it all over my lid, in my crease, putting one other matte to deepen out my crease sometimes, and calling it a day. So we'll see if Elf extends this range for a matte as well. Sephora Collection has extended their Lip Stories range, including a lip balm formula. Once again, this is where my heart is right now. I'm really checking for products like this. The only thing I'd be interested in is whether this is a fully opaque product or if it's sheer. I know I had a couple of their lip stories, the matte version, and they weren't necessarily completely opaque depending on the color. And so yeah, just depending, I may scoop up one or two. I'm just hoping that somebody that I follow influencer wise gets one of these and shows them to me. Kylie Cosmetics and Heelsandbrushes have released or revealed, they've revealed their palette. It's not launching until the 31st, and it's colorful. It is. It's pretty much a rainbow, but it's a lot more warm tones, if that makes any sense. I think it's a cool looking palette. I'm not really feeling drawn to this, and so for that reason I'm gonna say I'm gonna have to skip. But I do like the colors. I think the arrangement is nice, but like my heart is not pitter-pattering, and right now I need my heart to pitter-patter. So it's cool, but just not for me. Myali Cosmetics is coming out with the Love is Love palette. It's only been sneak peeked. Just kidding. I do see, I see it revealed now, and let's talk about it. So it looks pretty bright. There look to be 3 glitters, 1 metallic, and then the rest are mattes. I'm assuming this is a late launch for Pride Month. And yeah, it was supposed to be for Pride Month, but they're releasing it in July. I think that's cool. Just for me, it's not something that I necessarily need, especially with those glitters. What's the brand? How am I supposed to say this name? Choosy Cosmetics is coming out with a couple of different palettes. They have 3 9 pans, one which is blues and like greens, the other one which is oranges, reds, and like pinks, the other one which is kind of pastel-y shades, and then they have a really neutral one. I must say the blue-green palette does look rather interesting. So does the orangey purple red palette. Those 2 palettes look quite interesting. Is my heart fluttering and like can't get enough? No, but that's probably because as soon as I saw that blue-green palette, I remembered that I had my palette from Mirage Cosmetics, and the red pinky blue, or the red pinky orangey one, I know I have that. So for that reason, I'm probably going to have to pass. I am going to go ahead and follow this brand though, so that maybe in the future, if there's something interesting, I will check it out. So I've been very interested in cream products lately. That is just honestly, that's where I've wanted to explore more when it comes to my makeup collection. And this is an indie brand that's releasing cream blushes. It's Eloise Beauty, and they're coming out with 4 summery colors that are going to be blushes. I've already scoped out this brand, and there's quite a bit that I would like to try from this brand. It is also Black owned, so I'm excited. I don't think they've swatched the actual cream blushes on anybody's complexion yet, but I'm just excited. There's, like I said, there's quite a bit that I would like to try from this brand, and so maybe there will be a package coming to me with stuff from them. Shea J Cosmetics is a brand I've talked about their eyeshadow palette recently, and they are also coming out with liquid blushes soon. I was excited because I was like, oh, I was already interested in a palette. Let's look at these blushes. So I swiped over, and then I saw the swatches. these swatches look tragic. They look like they've been watered down. To me, this is not an appealing swatch. I don't care what your complexion is. I don't care if I was the palest person in the world. This would not look compelling to me at all. I would want to skip. So if I were them, I would work on how they intend to swatch this. I would have done like a huge oversaturated blop like a lot of brands do, because that makes you more intrigued. These swatches leave a little bit to be desired, so I'm not gonna spend my money on this. It don't look good, but I'm excited to see yet another indie brand expanding their range to something that not very many indie brands actually have in their collection. So I'm happy that they're doing it, but sis, no. Pat McGrath has come out, I guess, with the new mascara. I'm pretty sure she already had a mascara, and this is the Dark Star mascara. This is $30. It's releasing July 14th, and it's supposed to give you intense volume, lift, all of this to your lashes. This is the typical brush that a lot of people like, so I would probably like this brush, but honestly, it's the same brush that ColourPop has on their mascara. I like that mascara. I have that mascara. I'm good with that mascara. I can't, Auntie Pat. You're not taking $30 from me for mascara. You can have my money for the lipsticks, even for the eyeshadow palettes, but not for your mascara. Trixie Beauty is doing a collaboration with Naomi Smalls, and it is for an eyeshadow palette. This is a really nice, bright eyeshadow palette, and there are quite a few greens. There's some yellows, oranges. I actually think this is a nice and bright eyeshadow palette. I like that there are like limited amount of neutrals and mainly just bright in your face colors. I love their promotion photos. I love that they both went with like a blue, not a blue, wow, a green yellow color scheme. I love that. Do I need this? No. Am I excited about this personally? No. So am I gonna buy it? No. Pretty for Your Face has come out with the Independence highlighter, and it should already be available by now. I think it actually looks halfway interesting. It looks like a lavender with like a little bit of a blue tinge to it highlighter. Honestly, I know I can recreate this with my collection. I have those face palettes from ABH that I barely touch, and then I have other highlighters that are single pots that I can combine to create this. So for me, this is going to be a pass. But if you don't have something like that, it might be unique enough to bring to your collection. Just for me, I have enough highlighter that I can literally create this highlighter with my own collection. There has been an extremely big announcement that Patrick Starr is going to be dropping his own range and makeup line, and it is called One Size. I'm interested. It's apparently going to be at Sephora only, so it might be one of those other Kendo brands. I know he had a lot of very popular releases with MAC. I bought quite a few from his releases, so I'm excited to see what comes of his range. And I'm just excited. I know he can do beautiful colorful looks, but also beautiful neutral looks. His base is always flawless, so like I said, I'm just excited to see what comes of his range, and that it's going to be available at Sephora is a very beautiful, beautiful thing. Pur Cosmetics is doing a collaboration with Raw Beauty Christie. I used to follow her, but for me, she was just a little too dramatic for me. I'm one of those people, I like a real personality. I don't mind if you're goofy and you're dramatic sometimes, but she just felt like, oh my God, it's falling off my face. It was just a little too much for me personally. Anyways, she has 2 eyeshadow palettes and looks to be 2 lash lashes coming out. The eyeshadow palettes actually don't look half bad. I actually like both of them. I think the neutral one is interesting. It's not only warm neutrals, but she also has a couple of pinks and like a lavendery matte in there, which actually brings something interesting. All and same with that orangey matte, interesting. And then our more colorful palette is interesting as well. Definitely unique shades in that palette. And yeah, I think it all looks cool. I hope her lashes actually have lash glue in them so people aren't struggling like I did. If you haven't seen that video, I will put it up above. You'll have fun laughing at me because it was a mess. A mess. But yeah, both of the eyeshadow palettes are, wait. Oh, the eyeshadow palette is double-sided. So you get all of the shadows for $34. And then you get, and then it's the lashes for $14. So it's only one style of lashes and one eyeshadow palette, but it's just two different sides. I see, I see, I see. That's interesting. I'm still not gonna get it. Okay. I untabbed something. Typical me. Okay, let's just keep going. Artist Couture is coming out with a Caliente collection. They have an eyeshadow palette, a lipstick, and a couple of glosses. For me, it's just a little too bland. It is. It's just not out there enough for me. I've heard nothing but great things about Artist Couture, but just for me personally, it's not enough. Myali Beauty, which is Blush Tribe. It's Blush Tribe rebranded. It's also revealed that they already have a highlighter palette set up. These are basic highlighter shades. I don't need it. You don't need it. Let's move on. Cosmetics is coming out with the Venetian Rose Lip Cushion, which is available now for $22. This is the product that I enjoy. But why does it look so trash on the girl of darker complexion and beautiful on the other two women? The lightest complexion, it looks nice. The more medium complexion, it looks nice. The darker complexion, it looks like ash. I don't need it, and I'm not gonna get it because I'm not gonna look like ash. Maura Cosmetics is releasing a full new collection. It's called the Juicy series. They have 4 palettes in this collection. Each palette has 4, 8, 12 shadows and 3 cheek products as well. Although I'm concerned with that huge block of black. I don't know who they think is clocking for a black on their face. Maybe those are just supposed to be like the transition colors that you're going to use most often or something. I don't know. But either way, I think I would be interested in like 1 or 2 shades in each palette, but not one palette as a whole. So Melba Cosmetics, Melba. We're gonna go with Melba Cosmetics. They are releasing a new product, and this is the Aviv eyeshadow palette. Yep, and it is mainly looks to be blues with a splash of some other colors all throughout the rainbow. It is 15 eyeshadows, 12 mattes, 3 shimmers, and it's only $25. I think this looks like a decent palette. I love that bright orange, the bright yellow. The yellow actually looks like it has a slight green undertone, which I'm not hating at all. But for me, it's just not calling to me. So I'm not gonna force it. Crayon Case is coming out with blush books. And it looks like they have 3 different colorways, a really, really deep, rich one, a lighter one, and then kind of one in the middle. I think if I had to like choose one, I'd probably choose the one in the middle. That one looks more up my alley. It looks like I could actually use all the shades, and I would actually want to use all the shades. But they also all look matte, and they also look like they have huge pans, and your girl don't need huge matte pans of eye or blush. I just don't. Okay, so apparently I'm done, but it feels too quick. It feels way too quick. It feels like I've missed quite a bit. So I'm just gonna scope through really quickly like I always do, just to ensure that I've got everything that I'm interested in talking about really quickly. Okay, so I just found a couple more, not too many, only 3. Winky Lux is coming out with the S'mores collection, and they have a face palette and a trio lip balm. I think the trio lip balm could be disastrous because it just don't make no sense. And the face palette, I'm unconvinced that those are real swatches because I'm highly unconvinced. I don't think that face palette is the shades are gonna look the exact same on each complexion. It looks like literally they were just like put as a computer, and I typically don't catch on to that, but this one, it look a little too hanky, so that's a skip. Kylie Jenner has revealed that she's pushing back her release for her birthday collection because of factory issues, but it's going to be leopard themed. Ugh. So we'll talk about that then. And Wicked Sisters Cosmetics is relaunching a new palette, and this is like a dark, grungy, cool tone with a splash of warm tones. It's an interesting palette. Am I gonna be really checking for this? Am I gonna be buying this? No, but I think it's an interesting palette, and it might be something that is unique right now, especially what's coming out, but just in general it might be unique to your collection. So this was a pretty quick addition. I think I clocked it to being under 40 minutes, which I am not mad at. Overall, things that I'm interested in are really cheap products. I'm interested in that Charlotte Tilbury cream blush, the Jouer blush palette, and the LC cream blushes. That's pretty much it. Everything else I can easily pass on or I need more information about, and I'm happy about that. I'm happy that the urge is slowly leaving my body to buy stuff because I'm not supposed to be buying stuff. This is supposed to be a year-long no-buy. So I'm glad that I'm getting it together. And like I said, all of the things that I will be purchasing, I will be reviewing because I don't have much to review right now. I'm just playing with my old eyeshadow palettes, doing different color combinations, just trying different things out. So stay tuned. You'll hear about it. I will probably wait to like officially haul the stuff on my channel for my last update, or maybe an update in a couple of months. I don't want to do like an official haul, you know? And who knows how long it took things to trickle in because COVID is messing with shipping. And my brain knows that, but I keep spending money regardless. Anyways, that is all I got for you guys. Like I said, if you want to know what's on my face, just check out down below. I will also have everything linked down below if it is available. And I will be seeing you guys in my next video, which will be on Wednesday. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video.